うちは親が来てなくて。っていうか事故で死んじゃって。
Today, we're checking out some more Journal with Witch. If you enjoy the video, click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more of these reactions. I don't expect this series to do too great on YouTube, but I'll keep on uploading if, you know, at least some of y'all are there, because this series is phenomenal. It deserves the attention. We need to talk more about this show, okay? Check out the Patreon if you're interested. Let's jump into it. Yeah, what is that? That look kind of good. Bro, I wish I had a bunch of friends that I could go out to just like have drinks with and eat with. Like I do kind of, but we don't drink at all. But also I don't want to drink now that I think about it. So actually I kind of do already have that. She has to interact with a human too often. We're barely related. You're literally related by blood. You're her aunt. If you said we barely know each other, okay, that's fair. Damn, she really cannot get over her disdain for her sister. I really wonder if we're gonna find out that Makio's sister isn't actually an asshole. She just doesn't know how to communicate with people, you know? I wonder if we're gonna find out that like her form of communication comes off really harsh, but she actually does care and she loves her sister. Again, I think that would break me emotionally if we find this out. If she finally comes to understand who her sister was and her sister wasn't as bad as she thought she was. Oh, the heartbreak that I would suffer. Oh. Dude, I like this. Wow. Dude, that's so cool. This is not a normal adult dynamic. For them to have been together in a relationship, broken up, and still be on such good terms, does it happen? For sure. Oh yeah, it happens for sure. But it is not like a standard by any means. Not at all. Hey, yeah, they're literally meeting each other for the first time. Are you two dating? No, so you don't know about our history. Yeah, they are not the same type of person. They're very different. Now that is so fucking mature for him to look at it like that and for her to look at it like that. For them to still be on good terms. Yeah, why did y'all break up? Aww. What if it has something to do with children or her family? The basic, yeah, yo, this is facts, bro. Tupperware, any kind of meat, some sort of veggie, microwave rice, and a little pickle veggie. Yeah. This is a good bento. This is a solid bento right here. Only used to make brown stuff. What does that mean? I need some sauce or soup. I could do without rice. If you just give me more veggie or stacks of meat, I'll take meat. You know what I mean? Chat, I could take some meat. Yeah, never thought I'd hear Makio followed by Chan. Chat, I'm on to something. I guarantee you she gonna start seeing her mom from a different perspective once she starts seeing the perspective Asa saw of her mom, bro. And that shit is going to break my heart when she realizes she'll never get the chance to actually fix things with her sister and actually see how her sister saw her while she was alive. I wonder if the sister knew Makio hated her. I think that the sister could sense that there was definitely tension in the relationship. I think that that's just kind of how she was. That she could rub people the wrong way if they didn't understand that that's just kind of the way that she is, but she doesn't mean anything by it. And she didn't really adjust who she was for people. It still seems like she was pretty harsh to her face. What if that's how she remembered it? Chat, what if that's how Makio remembered it? This whole scene here, remembering this, what if this is how Makio remembers it? That's not actually how her sister said everything. Because tone is so important. What if that's just the tone that she was used to getting from her sister, and so that's the way that she always saw it? I'm telling you, bro, it could go down that route, and that would be phenomenal if it does. We'll see. I think that's gonna be my favorite elements of the show, is her connecting with Asa and her understanding and maybe having to reflect on that relationship with her sister. This show is sleeper of the season. This is the hidden gem of the season. What was the third thing? Hold on. Meeting Emiri. Aw. Oh, that's so adorable. She got a little thing. Aw. I love her little journal. It's fucking metaphor shown in reality. Asa is what? An open book. Literally. Whereas she's a lot harder to read. Makio's a lot harder to read because she isn't as open. They're very different people that are going to help bring the best out of one another and understand. Oh, bro, I love this show. This show is so good, dude. And the way she sees things, the way Makio sees things, the way the rest of the world sees things. Especially, especially like the way she's very early on in this relationship with Makio as her aunt. She ain't never met Makio. She doesn't know Makio. So their relationship, they don't have a strong relationship. I think that there's a lot that Asa doesn't know how to talk about. I mean, she's a kid. How often do like kids, teenagers not even know how to like say shit? You know what I mean? How to express themselves. How often do we see kids literally act out as a way to express themselves instead of saying the things? So I do believe that she is like an open book, and I do believe that she's also bottling stuff up, but I don't think that she's like cognizant of the fact that she's doing that. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just started saying words and shit. Sometimes I like to throw in a big word out of nowhere and pray that it's the right one. And now she has no one. Ooh. Hey, who's Takumi? New friend! Hey, yo, she only walked up to this girl because this girl reminds her of her aunt. Nah, maybe not. Yo, she's gonna, chat, she's gonna form her own little party. Like Makio has friends that she can have for life. She got a business card? What the fuck? That's a big boy. God damn. Soccer, 186. All right, let's check it. 186 meters, 186 cm. That's not as big as I thought it would be. Oh, compared to the average Japanese, he's big. Okay, yeah, it's fair. Oh, nah, she giving Makio big time, bro. For sure. Ooh. No, don't do it. You're gonna be you're pigeonholing yourself as the girl with no parents because they died in an accident. Don't do it. Oh. This is literally what she tried to avoid at the end of middle school. And now she's starting off high school like this. I I don't think she has fully processed her feelings on it.
おばさんと暮らしてるんだけど、小説家で忙しいからさ。なんか映画みたい。
Yeah, I like that. That's her response. That sounds like a movie. What the fuck? Oh. 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 Damn. Yeah, you went a little too hard on that. Oh. Now, I will never understand this, bro. It seems so crazy to me to have 4 different pizzas in one. But it makes so much sense. So she was expecting Makio to be like her mom. And she is so different from Asa's mom. What's Makio's sister's name? Hold on, man. Minori. That way I can stop saying Asa's mom, Makio's sister. Minori. You do like singing. Damn. Damn. I don't think it's something that she's ready to talk about. I wonder if there's a level of like resentment maybe that Makio might feel toward Asa because of the treatment that they both received from Minori. I don't know if that's a thing yet. This is just speculation that it could be a thing. Like you've seen that in stories, but I don't think we've necessarily seen that in this one. It could end up being a thing that she realizes that maybe there's a level of resentment for not getting treated better, and she treats the daughter better. Like I was your little sister. Why did you treat me so poorly, and yet you can treat someone else with so much love? Maybe. This is the way that kids are, though. Yo, you invited your boy over, your friend over. Damn, I can't invite a friend over? Makio is awesome, dude. We love Makio, dude. Makio's like, listen, dude, I don't need you to try and get me like a snack and some... skip the fake pleasantries. I don't give a fuck about all that, okay? She a real one for that shit. Nah, I'll deal with that cup later, bro. I ain't doing it now. I don't want to go back out there. Aw. Just tell me next time. God, this show is so fucking good, dude. It really is. She got a lot on her mind. Aww. Yeah, you guys are so different. She thrives in the loneliness, or not the loneliness, the isolation. You know, she thrives when she's not around other people. That's her comfort zone. You're not the same. You need someone. You know, you've always had your mom. You've always had the friend. Yeah, just like you don't understand her like getting overwhelmed by having too much around. You don't understand that she actually loves having no one around. Aw. Aw.
彼女は私の寂しさを受け入れてくれたが、理解はしなかった。オアシスの水は喉を潤すことができても溶け合うことはないのだ。
Aw.
寂しいってさ、どんな時に感じる？
Oh, she wants to understand her though. I don't think y'all are ready for me to do my end of the season list. Depending what routes it takes, depending on how they do things, I don't know what they're doing yet because we're only 4 episodes in, right? They could go down a route where this ends up being the best anime this season.
そういうのが好きなの？
Oh, mama time.
朝はこういう人が好みなんだ。
曲が好きなの。
え
Mom's a little bit of a tease.
なりたいものになりなさい。
ああいう大人になりたくない。だよね。
お母さん、いつでも味方だから。
Aww.
ねえ、帰りにトイレットペーパー買ってきてくれる？
はーい。
Yo, okay, so I know I've been saying this whole thing of like how I would love it if we end up finding out that it's all just a misunderstanding and actually Mitoko, what is her name? What is the mama's name? Mikoto? I think it's something like that. Like I would love it if it was all a misunderstanding and like over the course of the show, Makio starts to realize that her sister wasn't all that bad. Like, I would love that. But that's also not me saying that I think that's gonna happen. I'm just saying what would affect me emotionally the most is if that happened. It is possible what we could end up having here is over the course of the show, Makio starts to realize her sister Minori had changed as a result of having a kid, had become more understanding, had become more willing to like be on the side of someone and be less rude or teasing and stuff and genuinely care. And the person that Makio sees her sister as, sees Minori as, is different from the person that Minori ended up being towards the end of her life when she was the parent of Asa. I think that's probably a lot more likely than, you know, my version that I said I would want, but it is, there are like some similarities to it. Anyways, I think that either way, it would be great. And it'll probably go down one of those routes. Very likely not the route where it's like a misunderstanding though. We'll see.
お母さんもそうだった。
母がそうだったのかも。
ねえ、
Oh.
髪染めていい？
取ることじゃないでしょ。
Hmm.
校則が大丈夫なら。
Maybe she wants a little bit of pushback from like a mother figure,
なんだっけ？
right?
同じクラス。
あ、森。
Dang, she tall.
いいよ。
私も森です。
合唱。
いいじゃん。
Kind of reminiscent of her aunt. Aunt's tall as fuck too.
お母さんはバドミントン部だったけど。
Badminton, dude. What the hell?
合唱は？朝歌好きです。
Oh, she does like to sing. That's true.
4年生の時のコンクール。間違いないんだから。
Aw.
チェックの方じゃない？どうしたのその髪？男の子みたいじゃない。
超かわいい。
I don't think she meant anything bad by it, her choosing. I was gonna say, I think she just noticed the indecisiveness of Asa. And so as a result, she like makes decisions for her, but also she's telling her to do it herself. And then in that last moment, she's like, oh, you cut your hair, you look like a boy. That's a decision she made on her own. And then you judged it. That's tough. Mixed messages. Yeah. Mixed messages. It's a little bit of mixed messaging there, huh? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Did she see it? She watched it happen. Oh no. Oh, that's way worse. That is way worse.
ま、急に決めろとか言われてもね。じゃあね。エミリー。マジ。でしょ？どうだろう。
Oh no. Now she feels all alone.
もういないじゃん、お母さん。朝。なりたいものになりなさい。
Whoa. Whoa, that's a crazy statement to make. Up and dying like that was her own fault.
お母さんはいつでも。
Oh, she contradicted herself. Oh, screw you's crazy. That's your mama. She passed away. She just did her best trying to raise you, man. No one's perfect. Translators have a hard time with aggressive Japanese terms. So maybe like a literal translation is something like screw you, but the way it's meant in Japanese is closer to something like oh, it's a pain in the ass that this is how it went. Something like that, which is more aligned with like annoying. Mukatsuku, 10 Japanese slang words useful to know. It can mean annoying, but also, you know, it sounds more upset. So it's I'm pissed off. So that's why they would translate it as like screw you. I think I'm pissed off is like a good way of like, you know, that makes sense why they might translate it that way. Like that pisses me off. You piss me off. I mean, if somebody's pissing you off, screw them. Kind of makes sense, right? But you wouldn't say it that way when it's your mom, especially when she's dead. You know what I mean? In that situation, it would be much more like, this shit sucks. Or I hate this. This pisses me off. But also she's a kid, so she doesn't mean it in a way that's like, fuck you, mom. She's dumb and she lets shit fly, but sometimes kids say shit they don't really mean. So I don't think she means it in a way that's like that. I think she means it more in a way like I fucking hate this. This sucks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Dang, she everywhere. Oh, and that's her calling right now. Grandma.
いらっしゃい、朝ちゃん。ちゃんとやれてるの？まあ、さあ白状でしょ。見習っちゃダメよ。さあ、来て来てほら。
Aww. Dang, so that's the way her mom sees her, that she's cold.
自分だってこの間まで読んでたじゃん。
もう読まないっつってんの。
はあ？じゃあ二度と貸さないから。
結構です。
That is such a normal sibling interaction just now. The older sibling is trying to act more mature and grow up. Girl, chill. That is not that serious.
いろいろ思い出して。
ねえ、右じゃない？絶対隠し通路ある。
二人ともテレビ大学はもう決めたの？
They were so much closer as kids. Puberty pushed them, it separated them, right? Pushed them apart. One of them maintained who they are, while the other one started to change who they are. Because she wanted to be different. She wanted to be more mature, more feminine, more popular, more whatever. I don't know exactly. We'll find out as we keep on watching the show. Very interesting, though.
よくおしゃべりしたわね。
So they had a closer relationship. Oh, she went into her sister's room.
ここ。
朝、欲しいものがあるなら持っていけば。
Interesting that she took this moment to sit in there and reflect a little. I bet she was reflecting a little, dude. I'm telling you. When she looks back, she's going to regret everything. She's going to remember that everything wasn't as bad, or at least it wasn't all bad.
マキオちゃんはおばあちゃんのことも嫌いなの。
I think she subconsciously wants Makio to be her mom. No, I don't think she necessarily subconsciously wants Makio to be her mom. I think she is still, I mean, she's like, 14, 15? She's still trying to deal with the fact that her mom's gone. And it's just hard for someone that young to even deal with something like that when they were so close to, like, she was so close to her mom. And now her mom's gone. And like the person that she's with now is so different, but also looks so similar. And like there's so many things about them that are similar, even though they're so different. It's just got to be hard to like, you know, to be able to deal with. And again, there's grief. She's still dealing with the death of her mother. She hasn't fully processed that. I don't hate everyone, damn. Dull and snide. Minori lacking independence and me being cold. Wow. So it used to be highlighting the best parts of them. And then it became highlighting how they were different from one another. Interesting. She just said it because they left and she had no one else? She had no one around? Maybe. I can't imagine being a parent and losing your kid. Hey, real quick, just want to remind you all to click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I know I probably haven't given you a lot of time to do that because I've just been reacting and enjoying the show. So now's the chance. You may go ahead and click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. If you're not enjoying the video, I'm surprised you made it this far. You know, maybe you watch stuff that you don't enjoy. I don't see how that would be a thing, but I don't know. I guess maybe you're not me. I really just watch things that I enjoy. Anyways, long interruption. Let's get back to the reaction. Whoa.
不正々しちゃダメよ。でもお母さんが悲しければ話を聞くくらいはできるから。どうしてあなたはそう一言多いの。朝ちゃんとよく協力してきちんと暮らすのよ。誰がそれ。
And mom knows too. Bro, moments like that between parents and their children, bro, that shit always gets me, bro. If that was her dad, not her mom, oh, I would have been bawling just now, bro. It always hits different when it's a dad. Because if I ever become a parent, guess what I'll be? A dad. And now, you know, as who I am as a person now, guess who I don't have? A dad. But yeah, any moment with like a parent and their kids, oh my God, it's just heartbreaking for me, dude. Well, interesting. Yo, they could go down another route with this. She did say earlier how she liked the girl groups more. She's unsure about having a boyfriend. Who knows what route they might go down? I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not trying to force that on her. I'm just saying, could be a thing. Is that their editor? The lady's the editor, the guy's the illustrator? Feels like one of them's the editor, one of them's the one that does the art, and one of them writes the story. And we already know that lady sounded like the illustrator. Maybe, or she could just be given some advice if the guy doesn't, you know, have an idea. But I look at the three of them. She gives off much more of an illustrator vibe than an editor vibe, and the guy gives off much more of an editor vibe than an illustrator vibe. Oh, she was bullied? Wait, what? Look, if I had a face like hers, I'd totally be cool with bullying. Aw, she's trying to say she's beautiful. Oh, that's nice. It is a little wild to say it that way, but she is trying to say she's beautiful, right? I really hope that her and her best friend don't start to drift apart. Attorney. After they passed away? Which is the 5,000. Okay. So withdrawal of 300K. Who the fuck was that? Was that grandma? Yeah, which it doesn't surprise me. He thinks that you did something bad. So of course he's going to come at you a little more aggressively. Who the fuck else would have access to the accounts is his thought process. You're the only one. So of course he thinks you're the one that took it. But if you're saying that that's not the case, he got to take a step back. Wait, hold on. Maybe somebody else has access. And now they got to think about it together. All right. First things first, save the number in your phone that he'll be calling from. You know what I mean? That way we can actually have a conversation about this because the whole guardianship, right? Save the number. Let's get that out of the way so that way you know who it is next time they call. Then let's proceed, right? I mean, that's the way I would handle it. Oh my God. And it's just, because of her perception of an adult is her mom. That is who she has as this perception of an adult. And she is so different. And she's like, I don't know if, Yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, she's like 15, dude. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Still, though, a $2,000 Mac, I don't know if you notice. You might not be aware. That's like a low-end Mac. That's like the lowest end. That's the cheap option, bro. That's the That's the I didn't even soup it up. Also, the prices might be inflated in foreign countries. Like it might be more expensive in Japan.
あなたのようなタイプの方と接する機会が。私のようなタイプ。あ、違います。ご職業とか。電話にもです。
You mean somebody that doesn't answer calls and barely makes deadlines?
これからもどうぞよろしくお願いします。
Aw, good person.
広大さんとお付き合いされてる方ですか。
We have a complicated relationship.
弁護士さんか。
Well, yeah. Gotta look out for the interests of.
そうね。大型犬に潜られてると思っててくれ。そういえばこの間朝にも同じことをした。あなたのスタイルだったか。あ、見る？おいで。
Yeah, dude. This is crazy because her idea of adults and everything is such a traditional one. My parents married, they act mature like adults. They have their lives together. They are this way, which is the stereotypical. They act in it. You know what I mean? Makio is so different. She is so different from the stereotypical standard adult. But she might actually be more of it might be more of a representation of who adults are. Sometimes adults don't have their shit together. Sometimes adults don't have the traditional, this is the way it is sort of life, man. And I think that maybe will help Asa to understand that there is no like one way. She'd probably make a better parent than her sister. I don't necessarily know about that. That's a crazy statement to make. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Possibly I will say she could make a better parent for Asa now. In this circumstance, she could potentially help her discover herself better. Maybe not be a parent, but she could help her discover herself better and become a better version of herself now in this circumstance than Asa would have become had she not had the situation occur to her. Had she kept on living the life she had been living with her mother, who she could have become might not be as good as the version she will end up becoming as a result of having lost her mother, having to reflect on who her mother was, having to reflect on who Makio is and seeing who Makio is and seeing that there is an alternative to who she could be as an adult. Does that make sense? But being a better parent, yeah, I don't necessarily know about that. You know what I mean? If that made sense. I don't even know if that made sense, but I think that it makes sense. In my brain, it makes sense. If I described it right, cool. And if you didn't understand what I said, I don't know, bro. I fuck with a bass, bro. I fuck with a bass heavy, bro. A song with a good bass line. Oh, yes, yeah. Give me that. I love a song with a good bass line for sure. When the bass really shines and stands out, way more than a of the guitar, like, I don't need all that. That's real extra shit. Give me a good bass line, more relaxed song, or it doesn't even necessarily, you know what I will say? When the drums go crazy, I would rather have the drums go crazy over the guitar go crazy. That's my own personal. A funky bass line, groovy bass line, and the just percussion that stands out, those are the things I really fuck with when it comes to, you know, more like rock or band music. You know what I mean? What band do you like? I don't really listen to music like that, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro. I listen to a lot of rap music. I don't know if there's any modern bands that I like that. Nice. I love that, dude. I wish they continued the song through the end of the episode. I love this. Yeah, I really do enjoy this show so much. I know literally the recording for this reaction is 54, almost 55 minutes long. I said everything that I had to say in the reaction. So if you want to know my thoughts on this episode, watch the video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. And if you did, click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, check out more of my reactions for this series. Despite this, and I know it's not going to get good views, despite it not getting good views, I'm going to keep on uploading the series because I think that this is going to be one of those shows that by the end of this season, we're going to look back on it and we're going to say, wow, this was a special show. It was just so well written and so emotional and thought-provoking and just, yeah, a good show. And so even though I'm not going to get the views during this season, I think that over time, people will come to realize how special this show was. And that's why I'll keep uploading my reactions to YouTube for the show. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, make sure you all keep it fresh.